Hi guys, it's me, Psycho Ripper of KOForce, and like I had said in my previous channel update, I'm gonna go ahead and do some MK tutorials. Start out with my main character, Smoke, with what I know of him. Now, I'm not the world's greatest MK player, but I do know a few tips and tricks, and I've definitely gotten better than I used to be. Also be noted, my controllerless setup is different because I'm using my Hori stick. So I'm going to use number notation like I do in most combo videos, where if you're using an Xbox controller, the default is 1 is X, 2 is Y, 3 is A, 4 is B. Or if you're using a PlayStation, I'm pretty sure it's 1 is square, 1 is square, 2 is triangle, 3 is X, 4 is circle. Alright, so Smoke here. He's a very good defensive character. I really liked him. I played with him since practically day one. Because when I touched on him and said, okay, he seems pretty good, but then I decided I wanted to main him. So I've been playing with him the most. And you don't see a lot of Smoke players, but he's actually a really good character. Like I say, he's extremely high in defense and does a lot of things. Let's go ahead and teach him his good basic moves. One of his best regular moves, because he doesn't have a ton, would be forward 4. It's a 2 spin kick. The first kick is almost immediately active as soon as you do it. Second kick comes afterwards. It's a good pressure move, a good advancing move. It gives you good ground coverage, makes you move pretty far, and it's not very risky either, unless you're getting an opponent who's already attacking. In that case, please don't do this. And I mean, with attacking, don't do this into like Kung Lao's spinning hat attack, or spinning attack. My bad. Anyway. He's also got an air grab, which is really useful for combos and for defensive play if opponents jumping at you constantly. His crouching 4 is slow, but has pretty good range. His crouching 3 is faster, but doesn't cover as much ground. And his crouching regular punch isn't that good. His uppercut is not very. It's kind of somewhat wide. It's a good arc. But it's very kind of slow. It's not the best uppercut in the game. I think Johnny Cage has the best one, but still, it's a pretty good anti-air if you can't come up with anything else. Let's go to his special moves. Start with his. Hold on, let me adjust the camera a little. His Smoke Cloud, which is down back 2. This is his most useful move because it's good for how you set up some of his best combos or with this attack. It's very good. It's also a really good pressure move because if your opponent's just sitting there blocking, you can constantly do this. It doesn't do chip damage, but it's such a fast move. You recover quickly from it, so if you're at a distance, it's safe to do in case an opponent tries to do a regular attack afterwards. If you can catch them early on, you'll trap them, you'll catch them and be able to set up a combo. Another good move, or his enhanced version, just does, I think, a little more damage, and it becomes gigantic hitbox. You can catch an opponent airborne or whatnot. It's not terribly useful unless you're absolutely needing to finish the combo and you can't just do it regularly. And it does a little extra damage, like I said. His teleport attack is also really useful. It's like Scorpions or Ermacs, except his is extremely fast, and you can't combo after it. It's basically a good defense move and a good combo ender. Like, if I'm, say, doing a combo, if I want to finish it, I can use that. Or if somebody throws a projectile, you can do that really quick to punish them. If they're throwing out random attacks too and you have enough distance, you can do it as a punishment too. And it's also pretty good as an anti-air. If an opponent is close to you anyways, you can punish them like that, because it'll usually catch them in air. You can also do it in air, you can use it while you're in the air too. If you're going for an air war, you can jump at the opponent and link it for some extra damage. Just like with your air grab, you can also grab when you jump kick. Anyways, his enhanced move adds an extra hit for extra damage. It's not terribly useful, but I mean, if you're in a really good situation where you need to clutch a match, this is your go-to, because it'll add the extra hit. If you want to Your opponent's health is low and you just need to chip them out. It's a good move to use. It's harder to combo long juggles into, combo it into longer juggles. With simple juggles, it's easy and gives you good damage, like right here. You get 27% just off this basic one, but when you get into longer ones, you can't chain the third hit usually. So that'd just be burning meter. With another good move he has is his shake move, which is back forward 1. This is an anti-projectile attack. If an opponent throws a projectile-esque attack at you, you'll punish them and go to an unblockable attack. It can still be combo broken though. But yeah, it's good. This can force a lot of people who are projectiles attacks are important, like noob. This can completely change how they have to play. Like, if you're fighting smoke, projectiles are not the way to go because you can punish them really easily. Now here's another scary tactic with him. The enhanced version will not only just counter projectiles, it will counter any attack that comes at you. And I mean any attack. This is good for when you're trying to escape from really high pressure situations and you can read your opponent out quick enough. It's a good escape move. He's also got this move right here, which is smoke away and smoke towards. To do towards, you gotta do back towards with 3, and to do away, forward, back 3. This is good for getting past projectiles. If you can get the right range, you can punish a projectile and go into a combo, or if you want to, you can go into a throw. It's also good for block mix-up if you want to do that, and if you know your opponent's going to get that way. It's a good escape move at times. The best escape move with it, though, is to use the enhanced version, which passes through everything and is significantly faster. Yeah, that's how you really want to get out, if you really need to get out of a tight situation. Don't go ahead and use it when you're maybe low on health. You could go ahead and resort to the combo breaker if you have to, but anyways, this is, a good, like I said, a good escape move. He also has his invisible move, which the activation of it will go through, or projectiles will pass through him. It's short and leaves you slightly invisible. I don't find it particularly useful. It doesn't do any damage boosting or anything. But, I mean, to each their own. I don't ever find it very useful. The enhanced version renders you completely invisible. This is good for confusing the opponent, but honestly, you're gonna wanna save that meter for other things like breakers or his X-ray. Speaking of, we'll get into that later. And how to link it. Some regular combo links you can do. The easiest ones are using his launcher juggle, or his launcher move, which is good for setting up juggles, which is 3, 2. Now, if you're really, a lot of basic players will get confused by that second hit. Sorry, my cat just jumped behind me. Anyways, this is how you set up some of his best combos. Just do that. You can link it twice if you dash. You can do 3, 2, dash, forward. You can do 3, 2, dash, forward, 3, 2. You gotta time it though. You can't just bullshit your way through it. That's one thing with smoke, is timing is crucial at times. Oh, very crucial. Sorry, I had something in my throat. Anyways, his he got another combo which is pretty decent. It's his 2-1-4. The 4 part isn't the important part. The first 2 are though, because you can buffer attacks and this is really good for setting up his smoke bomb if you're close. It's really good as a jump in, because then you can instantly get that smoke bomb going and the combo's done. You can also buffer smoke bomb after after you hit 3, but he'll be able to recover it. But here's the thing: if you do it while you're juggling him, it'll catch him to enhance your combo abilities. Another good combo you can use is while you're juggling opponent hit while you're juggling, you want to hit 1-1. You can do, what is it? Hold on, sorry. Can you time it right? You can do some extra damage there. I don't tend to use this as much because it's harder to deal with. but it's just saying you have options. If you want to push your opponent away, you can do that. I think the easiest link with it is teleport punch afterwards. It's not that high damage, so I mean you can do it if you want to learn basic juggles. It's a good way to start, but you really want to learn the dash forward to 3-2 again, because you can then go at the second launch. You can where your most options come in. You can jump kick into a teleport or an air grab. As long as you do the grab instantly after the kick, you'll be fine. Now, anyways, you can continuously do this. You can buffer in the smoke bomb after that one, and then just do that for a pretty decent damage. With like three of those, you can get your opponent health down really low. And with his defensive bag tricks, getting an opponent's health low isn't too difficult unless you're not paying attention to their strategies. You've got to be able to read opponents with smoke. That's the hardest thing with him, as well as the timing. On Xbox, if you're playing on a laggy match online, it sucks. Now let's talk about his X-ray. The most crucial aspect of damage dealing with smoke. Well, not most crucial actually, but it's still helpful. You can actually prolong it by holding the buttons for the X-ray attack. It does a teleport from behind. It has one hit of super armor, so if an opponent kicks you or something in there, you can use it as a punishment and then attack them for damage. They won't be able to block quick enough, most likely. Just be careful, don't rely too much on that as a method of doing it. It does 34% damage on its own, but when comboed into it, does a little more. One of the easier ones is to do 3-2 into it. Just do it as soon as he starts arcing downward, I guess you should say. There's a little timing to that trick. It does a little more damage, not much. 39% damage isn't bad. Now, another thing you can do is 3-2, 3 into smoke bomb, and then do it. Sorry, I missed it there. You gotta time that carefully. You gotta wait till he starts floating down, because if you do it too early, you'll miss. If you do it too early, you'll miss, and you'll burn an entire X-ray, which is it really sucks. That does 39% damage too. Come on. Anyways, it's good stuff to do, and it confirms hits. If you're opponent's trying to escape. Anyways, you have a lot of options with his X-ray. I tend to use my meters more on that because it's more useful to me. Oh, you can do 39% damage just with that too? I didn't know that. My bad, I gotta stop focusing on this much. Anyways, that's what you call damage dampening. Anyways, that's easy. It's relatively easy to do it either way. Well, no, the first way is easy. The second one just prolongs it more, I guess you should say. Either way, it's effective. That's how you can link it. Use the smoke bomb with the 3-2 combo. You can't do it after your second 3-2 though. Unfortunately, there's just too much time, or there's just not enough time to do it. Anyways, try to master mix up with all these sorts of attacks. Remember to use forward 4 for pressure, or use this for pressure. And remember that the X-ray has one hit of super armor. And the 3-2 is probably his most essential combo thing. Otherwise, after that, you've set the launcher, you have plenty of options. Anyways, if you know any tricks you can use with smoke, or any good combos, or any good techniques with the moves I've shown you, please comment. Your insight is always welcome. I'm Psycho Ripper of KOForce, and I hope you enjoyed my tutorial.